Hi, this is Karen. I'm with inspiredbygraham.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you this thank you card. We're going to actually make it into a sympathy card using the Path of Petals stamp set. And I'm going to show you a trick to emboss your envelope flap here using the greenery embossing folder. Okay, so let's take a look at the stamp set I've chosen to use today. It's a photopolymer stamp set and it's called Path of Petals. And I'm going to make it a sympathy card, so I'm going to use this sentiment here, hoping you can find strength for today and peace in tomorrow. And on the inside, we'll be stamping sharing in your sorrow. The die that I've already pre-cut is in Very Vanilla here. It comes from the Tasteful Labels dies. The ribbon is really nice. It's a basket weave design in mint macaron. And it is comes in a combo pack. All right, so now let's go over the measurements of our paper. I've chosen to use Very Vanilla, so this is a medium Very Vanilla envelope. This is Very Vanilla card base, and it's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already pre-scored it at 4 1/4. And the Gilded Autumn here is cut 2 by 5.5, and this is a mint macaron panel, and it's just 1/4 inch wider, and it's 2 1/4 by 5.5. So let me I'm going to take my adhesive, and I'm just going to get these two pieces mounted just so that they're not like flying all around my desk here. So it's going to be edge to edge and 1/4 inch border on the left and the right side. There is a direction to this pattern, so when you're using it, just need to make sure that the foliage is going up. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp. So I've got my piercing mat with some scrap paper on it, and when we're using photopolymer stamps, we definitely need to have a cushion underneath. So all the stamping is this panel here, or that label. Again, that's a Tasteful Labels die, and our card base. So I'm going to use Early Espresso ink, and I've got this big sentiment here, and this is on a D block. I've just got it at an angle there. Okay, so we're just going to stamp this right down in the center of that label. Love the fonts in there. Just love how the strength and peace is all in caps letters, and it really shows up. All right, so now the inside of our Very Vanilla is going to be stamped with Sharing in Your Sorrow. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle and call it good. All right, so now let's take the cut and emboss machine, and we are going to emboss our Very Vanilla label. All right, so let me just bring this into the picture here. And we'll open it up. Love that it's compact because that's how I store it. I'm going to take the number 1 plate, not plate, it's a platform, and number 3, which is the acrylic plate. Then I've got the greenery embossing folder, and I've got my Very Vanilla envelope. So I'm going to take this embossing folder and the envelope, and I'm just going to simply line it up. I like to go like this first, like fold it in half. And then I'm going to distribute it across here. Now when I move or emboss it, I'm going to put it through the machine like this. I'm going to take number 3 and add that right to the top. And we're just going to crank it right through. Love how the machine is just very solid and it doesn't make a lot of noise, and it's just a smooth turning process. Okay, so let's close this up. Again, I love that we can just go like this, and we'll just put it away. Okay, so let's take a look at what we just embossed. You can see I've used this so much, especially with my monthly card club when I do all the die cutting and embossing for my customers, which they really love. It gets a lot of use. All right, so this is what this looks like. I have no idea if you can see it, but actually let me go like this. You might be able to see it, how this embossed. It just adds a nice touch to your card. Okay, so let's just bring everything back into the picture here. We want to make sure that our inside message is going the correct way because we're going to add this on here. And if so, I just noticed that this is just going right over the edge ever so much. So I'm going to find some scissors here. And I'm just going to cut this right off. And it was just about 1/8 of an inch, but that was kind of noticeable. All right, so I'm just going to take my adhesive here, and I'm just going to add it all the way around. That was a little too much, but and then we're just going to adhere this to the card front about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch in from the right, in from the left side, and give that a good press. Now we're going to take that basket weave ribbon and kind of just maybe like 3 inches or so. I'm just going to snip a piece off. And we're going to add, I'm going to actually add the Stampin' Seal Plus. This is a much stronger adhesive. Just get it, I haven't used it in a while, so let me just get it going here. Just going to add a little bit right there. And this is going to hold down that ribbon. Okay, give it a good press. Now we're going to take this sentiment panel here and we're going to grab some dimensionals. We'll flip it over. We're going to add 4. Might have to add one in the center. I'll have to just double check here. We don't want this panel buckling, so let me just see. Yeah, I would say 5 would be great on this panel. It's kind of a large die cut. So we don't want it to get crushed in the mail. So I'm just simply taking my thumbnail there and just pressing in the center of the back of that dimensional, and it just releases up that backing so easy. All right, so now we're just going to add this right here. And I'm just kind of looking, making sure I like where it's placed, and then I'll just give it a nice little rub. And that, what that does is make sure that those dimensionals are stuck to the card front. Now, if you want, you could trim this up a little bit, the edge of those ribbons here, because it does fray a little bit. So just take your ribbon scissors, something really sharp, and just give it a little haircut there. Okay. And there's our card. So we've got this one. And let's bring in the envelope here. Looks really nice. So we've got our sympathy card here on the left. And then we have our thank you card with our matching envelope on the right. So for all your Stampin' needs and all the products I used in this video, you can find me at inspiredbygram.com. Thanks for watching.